welcome to Volume 7 of the Wednesday Swing Fix and Analysis. Just going to quickly run through some little chipping ideas for your short game. The client in last week that we were discussing his inconsistencies in chipping and kind of just wasn't very confident at all. So we had to work on a few basic things in terms of how we approach the shots and in terms of the technique. So if we look here on the left hand screen, you'll notice that his setup is all very neutral in terms of his club face alignment. So we really need the body to be a little bit more open when we're playing these chip shots to get a freedom for the club and hands to clear through impact areas. So this was one of the things that we worked on. I got really kind of tight in here. We also discussed they had quite a lot of pressure in his grip. He held the club very tight. He also chipped with a glove. Now, chipping with or without a glove is a total personal preference. However, I feel that for this client, I had to get him to feel the club a little bit more, take a lot of tension out of his arms and his hands. So we got him to go from chipping with a glove on to then taking the glove off. But then we also discussed taking out the normal grip that he would have on his long game and change to a reverse overlap just to try and relax it again a little bit more, which definitely helped with his process. Okay, so we discussed then what my client on the left hand side, that they set up very neutral. If we have a look at Brett Rumford here on the right hand screen, you can see that feet line, hips and shoulders are a little bit more open in terms of where the club face is going. So these were things that we really need you guys to focus on in terms of when you're playing your chip shots, is to give it a little bit more of an open stance to allow the hands and club to for a freer movement through impact. One other thing we want to kind of look at here as well is the amount of weight that is present on the lead foot. It's very, very important that we load the left foot up for a better angle of attack into the golf ball, and it also helps us get through the shot a little bit better. Never really want to see any weight moving off of the front foot in the backstroke. What we'll notice here as we go through Brett Rumford's technique is that he almost has more of a lean forward, even more lean forward onto the left side as he takes his backstroke. So if we just kind of go through that again, he's got weight on the left side, and then he's pushing down even more, so he's almost gaining a little bit more knee flex. As he goes through the shot, knee flex remains the same, if not increases. His knees slightly turn towards the target, but then what I want to watch is his spine angle. His spine angle goes from where it is here to a lot higher once he finishes the shot. So he's lengthening and able to get himself through the shot and getting much better contact on the shot by lengthening the spine, keeping the pressure on the front foot and keeping his knee flex. Just takes all the hands and kind of takes you the sort of scoopy, wristy motion out of the shot. Going to have a quick look at the backstroke as well and how efficient that can be. So back to the client again, what we'll see in his takeaway is it's all very much led through very stiff wrists, stiff arms in the backstroke, which again just adds tension. Now he wasn't trying to play a low shot here, he was trying to hit with a little bit of height, sort of mid trajectory, but nothing was really moving other than his hands. Let's take it back into Brett Rumford. And this is a move that I really kind of wanted to discuss a lot with my client. Is what Rumford and a lot of the best chippers like Seve and Jose Maria Olazabal work on is having that right elbow work up the rib cage whilst the right shoulder kind of disappears behind the back. It just creates a much better angle for the club, takes the hands and wrists out of it, and then we're able to nip the ball beautifully away. Now looking at Rumford from a slightly different angle from behind, what I want you to focus on here is his right shoulder, what it does in the backstroke, where his right elbow goes. But then I want you to keep an eye on his spine angle as well. So I'm just going to run it through. We'll see here what we discussed was the right arm, right elbow rides up the side whilst the right shoulder comes back the way. You'll see that he's still got a lot of pressure on the left foot or on the left leg. And the downswing, he's just bringing that, he's loading up now from before he even starts to think about bringing the hands back down. He's loading into that left side even more. The knees slightly turned towards the target, but it's at this point here his spine starts to lengthen for him to be able to hit to finish the shot and finish with his chest pointing towards the target. It's a really efficient move, it's really simple, it's something that you guys can really start focusing on to make the shot game a lot easier, a lot more simple, and hit better shots. Thanks again for listening, and catch you next week. Get out of here.